Stung by the enactment of the controversial Election Laws Amendment Act, the Bomas meeting was essentially sold as a rallying of opposition supporters to plan how to resist the changes, with a back to streets widely expected to be the preferred counter-strategy. But with the realization that Jubilee was dedicating its energies on targeting of 5 million new voters, it was back to the drawing board.
Political action, mass action begins today, kutoka hapa Bomas of Kenya, because it's going to be mass registration. Now, with a difference.
We're not convened to deploy for mass action as Jubilee had hoped. That remains on our radar, but not in the next 30 days.
The opposition's narrative has moved from threats and intimidation of street protests to a realization that numbers win elections. As such, the opposition has urged their supporters to come out in large numbers and enlist as voters and hand Jubilee administration a contempt card come elections day.
There's no point in you coming out there, 300,000 people in Uhuru Park, kuonyesha kwamba opposition is united and is strong, when you don't have the voting cards yourselves.
Hatutaki tupoteze hata kura moja. We should not lose. Every vote counts. Nobody is too small. All of us together, we shall be big.
The opposition believes it lost the 2013 election after failing to mobilize its support base to register in huge numbers as voters. The opposition is now adopting a four-pronged approach to fire up its bedrock and show up its numbers. It begins by registering as voters, confirmation of the registration details at the audit process, casting of the ballot, and finally, what they term as protecting the vote.
We shall make it impossible for anyone to steal the elections. But we are also sending word to Jubilee again that the cost of stealing this election will be regrettable.
The opposition is also using corruption as one of their rallying points, called principles, painting a grim picture of an administration that has run down the country's economy over borrowing unsustainably, monies which allegedly end up being embezzled.
Naitwa Eurobond. Hii pesa isipokuwa ni kiasi kidogo imelipa loan 200 billion shillings, $2.2 billion. Tumeambiwa imewekwa kwa bajeti na ikajenga miradi kadha wa kadha ya maendeleo. Hiyo miradi hakuna mtu ambao ameiona.
We have a leadership that is inventing statistics every day to look good, but the more they try to look good, the worse they look.
We don't have 1 minute to spare. Neither can we afford one extra minute of Jubilee administration after 8th of August this year.
While they seek a glue that stick them together, strategies to be deployed against the Jubilee administration will be a crucial factor that will determine the tilting of scales. Samogina Citizen Business Center.